Hey there, friends. It's Jana with Jana Sells Homes. And, right now I want to address a real important question, which is should you sell? The market is changing, right? No surprise there. It's all over in the headlines. Headlines are very sensational right now. Let me share with you. But the real answer to that question is the best time to sell is when it's right for you. Real estate, unlike like a stock portfolio, you have to live in it. And if you've outgrown your home, or your home is no longer meeting your needs, and you've been waiting to sell for a long time or make a transition, then really that's a very personal question. And of course, as a real estate agent, I'm more than happy to sit down and talk to you about the pros and cons of when to sell, as the market pertains. But for your lifestyle, the best time to sell really is when it's right for you. Very few people I've met over the years have ever told me that they time the market perfectly with their own real estate needs. So, again, personal question: is it right for you? Are you in a home that no longer suits you or no longer meets your needs? Or do you need to liquidate real estate investments? What is your situation, and is this the right time for you? So, moving beyond that, let's talk a little bit about what really is happening in the market and get away a little bit from the sensational headlines. So, first off, what I'm showing you right here is this is King County. We're looking at median sales price for the last 10 years. And as you can see, it just goes up and up and up. In September of 2022, the median sales price in King County was $800,000. So if you're looking at that from a place of should I sell because I have home equity, well, obviously this is a really great time. And I know what you're going to say to me. You're going to say, "Well, wait just a second. That doesn't really help me understand, what's happening because we know that home prices are coming down. We see that, right?" I'm working with sellers, and I'm having to tell them that, look, you've got a price below what the last market analysis was in order to procure a sell today. But that doesn't mean you're going to sell at the bottom of the market by any means. So how is it that we have this graph here that shows that home prices just go up and up, and yet we know prices are going down? And let me tell you what was really confusing to me when they talk about statistics is we have year over year pricing, and then we have monthly pricing. And why do we do that? Well, one, real estate is seasonal. So let's look at the monthly pricing. And same data, this is King County for 10 years. And now you can see that we've had this little downturn here. And you can see we have those downturns pretty much every year. We're going into fourth quarter. Fourth quarter is our slowest uh, quarter of the year. We're going into, the time of year where the only people that are really buying or selling over the holidays are people that absolutely need to make that transition. We sell homes every day of the year, even on Christmas. So again, the best time to sell a home is when it's right for you. But we can see here that there's this seasonal change to real estate. So when you're talking to individuals, they're going to the news you're reading might be quoting stats based on the monthly median home price, or they might base it on a what's called a rolling average. So this is saying that if we take the data from the last 12 months and we get an average, how does that plot out on a graph? It evens out the seasons. So, well, you might say, okay, well, that's all fine and dandy, but what you care about is when you're actually selling your home. So let's break down what these seasons look like. This is one of my favorite informational pieces that we like to go over with individuals when we sit down to talk about when to sell the home. This is King County for the last 12 months. And what you're looking at here is basically supply and demand. That blue line, the blue column, is the number of available listings for sale in King County during that month. And the yellow is the number of pending sales. And so what we had, for right after COVID, especially, was this really incredible inversion where you had every single month you had more people buying than you had homes available for sale. And, come June, rates started to go up and we started to see that switch. And so obviously now we have more listings, so buyers have more choices. The great news, if you're selling, if you're making a move to a different home, you have more choices, and sellers may take a contingent offer, eliminating the need to move twice. So this by no means is a buyer's market. These numbers would tell you it's a seller's market. Um, what I want to point out here is the trends. So notice what happens in January, February, March is the number of pending sales goes up, while the number of listings really don't start to go up until the summer. This happens every year. In the spring, buyers are ready to buy, and sellers aren't quite there yet. So it's hard to get your house ready to sell in the winter. Most homeowners have a perception that the best time to list their home is in the summer. And so, I'm always coaching people that, hey, early spring is really a fantastic time to sell your home if you can choose when to sell your home. Of course, we have a lot of volatility in the market, so you may want to push that timeline up. Again, I want to go back to when is the best time to sell, and the best time to sell is when it's right for you. So we're here to help. We're here to help you make sense of what really happens in the real estate market as it pertains to a seasonal numbers versus the sensational headlines. Headlines that say the real estate market is crashing get clicks. Headlines that say don't worry, everything's okay, yawn, boring. So that's why you're not going to see those kind of headlines. We're here to sort it out for you. Let us know. Would be delighted to sit down and meet with you in person or over Zoom or over the phone, whatever works for you. Thank you for watching.